Today's episode of the Girl Which Way show is brought to you by the fans. Fans, we just want to thank each and every one of you for listening. We love you. Thank you so much for your feedback, your support, your comments. We see it all. If anyone wants to chime in, you can email us at hello@girlwhickway.com. Reach out to us on Facebook at Girl Which Way. Join the Girl Way Nation on Facebook. Just thank you so much for referring us to your friends and for rocking with us. We appreciate you, and we know we could not do it without you. We love you all. Hello and welcome to the Girl Which Way podcast, the show that exists because life is a journey, but you still need direction. Grab your girls and get ready because each episode will be talking about our real life issues, answering questions, and building solid relationships with one another as we heal and learn. I'm your host, your girl, Shalia Vinny, and today's show is all about your friends. We'll discuss the ins and outs of friendship, different types of friends, and how to know when you've outgrown a friendship. Are you ready? Let's go. Friends. They make our lives meaningful. They're the family we get to choose. They're our confidants and our shoulders to lean on. They support us and root the loudest for us to win. They're selfless and genuinely want what's best for us, ever present and available. We've got friends and we've got associates. We need to be clear which is which so that we don't confuse the two and wound up in unfavorable situations. So what is an associate? An associate is someone you're connected to, whether that's through a mutual friend or from somewhere around the way, like they live in the same neighborhood as you. Maybe you went to school together. Basically, this is an acquaintance. What is a friend? A friend is a person whom you know and with whom one has a bond of mutual affection. This is very different. Basically, an associate is someone you know and you're familiar with them. You know who they are. You may even be friendly with them, but they're not your friend. A friend is someone you share your truths with. You care for them, they care for you. There's give and take. This is a trusted relationship. It's so important for us to understand the dynamics of each of these clearly because we often give associates way more credit than they deserve. We need to be careful who we call our friends as well, though, because people show up in our lives in lots of different ways. And even those people we can actually distinguish as a friend may not be as true as we think they are. Throughout the course of your life, you're going to make friends with a lot of different people. One of the most interesting friendship dynamics is the ones we make when we're young. There is something about the luxury of time that can make a friendship feel more important or valid to us than it really is. Something about being able to say, I knew such and such since we were kids, or we grew up together, or I've known them since college. Seems like it carries weight, huh? It's like our way of putting this friendship on a pedestal. But just because we've known someone for many years doesn't mean we've known someone for many years. Just because we were neighbors or went to the same school or our parents know each other has nothing to do with our bond. It's actually quite the contrary. I don't really know you. Do you understand what I'm saying? Friends come in many different packages, but here are just a few you need to pay attention to. So there's always those people that are going to put you into a box. They always want to put you into the box of who you were to them back then. If you were the class clown, you're always going to be the class clown. If you were the ladies' man, you're always going to be a womanizer. If you dated certain types of guys, that's who you're always supposed to be with. It can be exhausting trying to be who you are today when people hold you to who they remember you being. It's like you're not allowed to grow. Then they say stuff like, oh, you changed or you acting brand new. Yes, I am acting brand new because I am not the person I used to be. I did what everyone else should have done. Evolved. Why the hell haven't you? These relationships can honestly become so draining because they always see the person you used to be. They will literally hold an outdated idea of you captive in their minds and weaponize it against you to try and guilt you into being the friend they need you to still be, who you no longer are, by the way. Then we have those friends who are secretly jealous of us. You know, the frenemies. These friends really believe in their hearts that they're your friends, but they're not. They are secretly jealous of you and everything that you are accomplishing as well. They hate the fact that you both come from the same place, but you've surpassed them in some way. They have used your upbringing to make excuses about why they couldn't succeed, and then here you go coming out of nowhere, just taking the same hand they were dealt with and thriving. And they low-key resent you for that. They can't be honest about it, of course, so they stay in your life just to watch you. You can easily identify these people if you pay attention. These are the friends who always have backhanded compliments like, okay, I see your little business, or ooh, girl, look at your new car. How many miles it got? Ooh, girl, that's a lot. But it's nice though. It's nice for you. It's nice. Basically, whatever you do, they find something to criticize. You have to watch because they're quick and they smooth with it, but they do it every single time. You have to really be careful because at their worst, these friends can try to destroy you in some way. They may try to stop you from receiving something you've worked for. They may try to sabotage your relationships with your spouse or other friends, or they may even publicly lie on you in an effort to bring you down a peg. I have literally seen this happen. You have to be careful. Then we've got the chatty Cathys. These are the friends who can't help but talk about you. They tell all your business to whoever will listen. They could not hold water. They don't care for you. They just need to be entertained, so they use your trust in them to collect information or ammunition against you. There's no real reason for it. It's just sad and pathetic, but they honestly do exist. These are the friends who will pull up to let you know that such and such was out there talking about you and proceed to give you a full report of what someone else said about you. The question you really should be asking yourself is, what were they saying during this time? Did they just sit there quietly and let this talking happen? Did they defend you? I don't know how you could sit and just let someone badmouth your friend for this long without leaving. So this is already suspect, okay? Then we've got the drama queens. These are the friends that are always mixed up in somebody's drama. They're not happy unless there's drama. They start rumors. They're always somehow smack in the middle of some BS. The best part is these are always the main people talking about, I mind the business that pays me. I don't be all up in everybody's business. Lies. Her drama is so exhausting. You always have to help her solve her problems and fix her life as if your name was Iyanla. You got to be careful with these people because they will for sure mix you up in some drama before it's all said and done. I can guarantee it. Then we've got the me girl. This the friend that's all about herself. It's not really clear why she needs to have friends. She's just so in love with herself. I mean, I don't know why she needs us, but she exists. You know her. You could be talking about yourself and she will interject with a girl, I know. Let me tell you about my life story instead of letting you finish yours. It's like she's playing double dutch with the conversation, just waiting for you to say something she can relate to so she can jump in and make the convo about her. Annoying. Then there's the victim. You know this girl. She's always the victim. She never does anything to anyone. People just attack her for no apparent reason. It's never because she's messy or has terrible disposition. Nope. Always someone else who hurt her. She is so disconnected from reality that she believes her own lies. You got to watch her, and you got to watch what you say to her because everything offends her, and she often asks, well, what do you mean by that? Because she takes offense with everything everyone says. Then you've got the opportunist. This is the person who clings on to you because they literally see you as an opportunity. Something about you spells success to them, and they seek to use you to elevate themselves to a better position in life. Perhaps you can offer them a job, introduce them to someone. You're in a position to lend to them, or anything else that they see. You might not even see this person, as someone that's a threat, and you see them as a friend, but they see you as someone that they can use. Watch out, because even if you don't see yourself as a threat or someone who is kind of value, you don't feel like you have that kind of value, but they see your potential and believe in it more than you do, and they are just waiting to capitalize. And then I want to talk about the true friend, the friend that wants to be a part of your life. They celebrate you. They wipe your tears when life happens. This is the friend who shows up for you without ulterior motives. You don't even need to talk to them on the phone every day, and both of you understand it's nothing but love. When you do speak, it's like no time passed at all. You just pick right back up where you left off. They go out of their way to invest in your life, and they aim to leave more than they take. You know that if you call them, they're going to show up. No one will ever have to tell your secrets or you'll hear anything about this. Anything you share with them, they keep it to themselves. This is a friend that is treasured and is a rare gift. You don't confuse this person with associates or mistakenly elevate them prematurely. You're going to know this person when you find this person because they're nothing like anybody else. It doesn't take a lot of time to figure it out. You're going to know because it's going to feel very different. Keep this friend. Matter of fact, Be this friend. If you only find one friend like this, you are fortunate and blessed because that one friend is worth more than all of your associates combined. Okay? Today's episode of the Girl Which Way show is brought to you by the fans. Fans, we just want to thank each and every one of you for listening. We love you. Thank you so much for your feedback, your support, your comments. We see it all. If anyone wants to chime in, you can email us at hello@girlwhichway.com. Reach out to us on Facebook at Girl Which Way. Join the Girl Way Nation on Facebook. Just thank you so much for referring us to your friends and for rocking with us. We appreciate you and we know we could not do it without you. We love you all. So we've been talking about friendship, different types of friends, and how to spot the real ones. Throughout life, as we change and mature, our friendships should too. When we're juvenile, we have juvenile friendships. But as we seek to mature, so should our connections. You have to live and learn. The toxicity and turmoil don't produce anything but more of the same. Check in on your friendships as you do with anything else that matters in your life and make sure you're determining which relationships no longer serve you. You may be carrying around dead weight and it's time to trim the excess fat of those we have outgrown. You need to cut ties with anything that doesn't serve where you are now and where you're going. You'll know who these folks are right away because your relationships feel strained already, and deep down, you know they're not for you. Think about a bowl of oranges. I want you to place 5 oranges in a bowl. If one of them starts to go bad or rot, you know what happens to the other 4? The rotting of the bad one starts to spread onto the other ones that are clean and fresh until the entire bowl is then rotted out. Don't be oranges. Break away from the rotten one today so they don't corrupt you. In case you're not sure how to know if you've outgrown someone, here's 5 ways you can kind of hone in on this. Number 1, you have nothing in common anymore. Have you outgrown each other? Maybe you were once best friends but pursued different interests or education, and now you find it difficult to even have a conversation because everything has changed. Discussions feel forced, jumping from topic to topic. You start to feel the change and become distressed because you realize there isn't much of anything that's connecting the two of you to each other anymore. Number 2, one person stops putting effort into the friendship. Sometimes one person stops putting effort into maintaining the relationship. In these friendships, it seems like you're the one making all the plans and follow up to make sure the plans happen. You may always be the one offering to meet closer to them or to get reservations at restaurants they like because you know if they're basically catered to and you put in more effort, they're more likely to kind of go along with it. You may check in after big life events, but you notice that they don't really check up on you. You are the one that seems to put in most effort and you're not really getting anything in return. Number 3, you become an expired version of yourself when you're with them. Ideally, friendships grow with you and allow you to be yourself. That's kind of the main thing we love about having our friendships and being friends with people. We can be ourselves. But some friendships get stuck in the past, and one or both of you have to become expired versions of yourself. Imagine that you have this friendship and you're stuck because you're caught upon and they want to joke about stuff that you don't think is funny anymore, or you're still whoever they remember you being, even though you've long outgrown that person. These types of friendships can always feel stifling and like you can't, spread your wings. You can't really be who you actually are anymore because if you do, they're not going to like you anymore anyway. Number 4, the relationship is depleting rather than invigorating. Some friendships become depleting over time. You might notice that you're getting a sinking feeling whenever you have to see this person or deal with this person. When you guys get together, the conversations are very, very different. It's all about them, or it tends to focus on subjects that you don't really care about. It's really depleting you and it's emotionally draining for you. They always want support and, they want to complain and they have issues and it's just me, 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 me. And so after you hang out with this person, you feel totally drained and you feel frustrated, but you never say anything because you don't want to really start any conflict between the two of you. This is no good for you, right? Okay, time to move on. Number 5, you're just moving in different directions. It's okay to be different, but how much is too much? When you just want different things and you have totally different outlooks and plans for your lives, this is when it might start to be an issue. Maybe they do things you're uncomfortable with, such as their lifestyle differences or their core belief system. If you are as different as night and day in all of the biggest, most important ways, you know this is probably not a friendship that's going to last because you don't really have anything in common. So check your friends, see where you stand today, and see if you have anything you can cut. It's okay. You know, I've always liked the expression, pick your friends like you pick your fruit. This just means to be careful with your selection and to avoid the rotten ones of the bunch. Because just like fruits, friendships can be seasonal as well. Remember, everyone that enters our life is not meant to be in our lives for the long run. Some were only meant to be in our lives for a season to teach us something, grow us, and then be on their way. Be cautious not to confuse long-term people with seasonal people, but also understand that seasonal people don't necessarily mean they're bad people. There are multitudes of reasons why you may not be in someone's life, and not every reason is bad. Seasonal people can mean the world to you, and they can shape your life for the better in just a short period of time. Choose those that choose you, and don't take it personally when you come across those who don't deserve you. True friends want what's best for you, believe in you, and will give you their best. Focus on being one to those who want to be that to you. On behalf of everyone on the Girl Which Way team, I just would like to give a special shout out and a huge thank you to all of you guys for listening. We see you. We love you so much for listening. All of our fans in the US, Canada, France, Bangladesh, Russia, Israel, Africa, Algeria, Portugal, Australia, South Korea, Austria, Poland. Please forgive me. I know I'm missing some of you guys, but thank you so much for listening. I love you guys all. Please rate the show on your favorite streaming platform and ask one person to do the same that you think needs to hear it. Remember, good, better, best. Don't you ever let it rest till your good is better and your better is best. Until next time, your friend and constant motivator, Shalia. Bye.